In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy fun fold that is perfect for any occasion. So I've gone ahead and prepared some of my pieces. I've chosen what paper I want to use from the Painted Papers 5.5 by 8.5 paper pad. So this is what the paper pad looks like. So I've chose the blue square print, and then I've picked out some cardstock that I had in my stash that I felt like it matched this paper really good. Then I'm going to be using one of the ephemera pieces from the Petals and Pathways ephemera pack. So I chose the one that I wanted to use for that. And so I want to start out cutting on my paper and getting everything prepared. And I do apologize for the lighting. When this paper is in the lighting, it kind of makes everything yellow, but it will go back to normal lighting in just a moment. Let's just slide that under there. So I want to use my arch die set, and I'm going to use the second size up. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 sizes. I'm using the second one up, and I'm going to cut into this ephemera piece. So I'm just going to decide where I want this on my ephemera piece, and so you can just kind of move it around to see, I can do it in the center, or I can, choose a spot that is over to one side or the other, just depending on what view I want on this. And I'm thinking about right here would be a good spot. Get everything laid out because I have to go across the room to do my die cutting. So I'll just go ahead and get everything ready to go, and then I'll go over there and die cut. And so then this piece I went ahead and cut out of my blue cardstock because now I want to use the third die. So it's the next to the largest, but not quite the largest. And I'm going to cut it out of this paper. So I'm going to take all that to my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. So here are the two arches that I cut out. And so you can see that the larger one frames out the smaller one really nicely. So now I want to cut my decorative paper. So I'm going to turn it this way so I can get more out of it, because the print is not really that much different from going up and down. So up and down it looks a little bit more square to me than sideways, but I think it's going to be fine either way. So I'm going to turn it sideways like this, and I'm going to cut my first piece at 1 7/8. And then I'm going to cut this strip down to 5 1/4. So we'll do that again. We need another 1 7/8 piece at 5 1/4. And then we're going to need a piece that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. So there we have all of our pieces ready to go. So for this one, I had an extra piece out in case I needed it, and I'll leave it aside there just in case. I don't think I'm going to need any more. This piece kind of looks big. What did I do wrong? It's supposed to be 4 1/4. Okay. It's supposed to be 4 by 5 1/4. I apologize for this. We just need to cut a little bit more off. So it's supposed to be 4 by 5 1/4. I knew it looked a little wide on me, so I have to... Okay, so let's set those aside, and now let's work with our cardstock. So I'm going to use this as my card base, the blue cardstock. So what I want to do is I've gone ahead and cut it to 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. So I'm just going to fold that in half. And just press it down a little bit. And so I'm just going to crease that really good. Fold. And so this is just your basic 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base now. So if you have a card base, you could use your card base. This would be fine in white, however you want to do it. And so then what I'm going to do is on the front, I'm just going to fold that in half. So I'm just going to bring that back to the edge there. And then I'm just going to fold it in half. And this is a very easy little fun fold or fancy fold, however you want to call it. So there is our fold. So then we're just going to add these strips onto here. So we just want to center those up. I love a quick little fun fold or fancy fold. just however you want to call it. I like to call them fun folds. So I love a quick little fun fold, one that adds a little bit more pizzazz to your card, but doesn't take a lot of work or figuring. And you can, you know, make up, because you could do these for Christmas or a bunch of birthday cards this way. I tend to make different cards every time, though I don't do a mass make of cards very often. So then the next strip is going to go right in here. We're going to center that up as well. And while I'm gluing this, I will say, if you are enjoying this video, be sure to hit the like button, and also be sure to subscribe to the This Calls for Confetti channel. I upload a video here twice a month, and then there are other designers throughout the month who are adding videos to the channel as well. So there's lots of inspiration on this channel, especially using the This Calls for Confetti products. You'll get lots of ideas on how to use those products. So then I'm just going to, I'm trying to decide which way I want to put it. I'm just going to add this one to the inside here. Now, you can think about this. If you don't want to add this, you could add a piece of white paper. I'm going to add this, and then I'll add white on top. And that's one piece I forgot to die cut. It just hit me. I forgot to die cut. I'm going to put an white arch piece on the inside there. So I will die cut that out in just a moment. But we'll go ahead and get all of this done first. And then we'll just lay this on the inside here and just centering it all up again. And then here is our card so far. So then we're just going to layer this up. We're going to put the ephemera piece on top of our blue arch. And just press that down there. So then I'm just going to add glue to one side of my arch and attach it to the front of my card. So you just want to put it on one side. And we'll just put that, kind of center that up and down to the one side there. And make sure I don't have glue sticking out. And then I'm going to go back and it's the second die, so it's the one that matches this size here. I'm going to go cut that out of white cardstock as well. So what I want to do with this piece is I want to be sure that I got a little out there. So if you're ever die cutting and you get like a little bump, like maybe there was something on your mat and you get a little bump, depending on what side you need to smooth it out, just turn it over. If the bump is, sticking down, if it's an indent, I guess, or if it's a bump sticking out, just go, just rub it with your bone folder and it does smooth it out. And so then what I want to do is I want to put this on the inside here, but I want it to be kind of centered up with this piece here, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take a little piece of this tape we've been using. It's almost lost its stickiness, but I don't want it to be too sticky anyway. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to center it up onto this arch die here. Now I'm not going to stick it on this side. I just need this to help me figure out where it's centered. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add glue to the back of it. So then when I fold it closed, the arch should go where I need it. And then just pull that back open there. Take a little glue on the inside and just press that down. And so here is our completed card. I love this fun fold. I love when it's sitting up, how it looks. There's a lot of dimension when it's sitting up. So whoever you give it to, and you can either stamp your message in here or handwrite it. And so these are quick fun folds that you can make a bunch if you were into mass making cards, especially for holidays, or if you want to make up a bunch of birthday cards at one time. These come together really quickly. You could get the holiday ephemera to put here instead if you were doing Christmas. but I really love this one. I think this one's will be great for a birthday, but I also think it'll be great for a thinking of you card. That's why I leave it blank, so that if I need a card, I can grab this and I can make it whatever card I needed. And you could just put a little line of sentiment down at the bottom here. There's all kinds of different stamp sets in the shop that have it. Here's one of my desks that I have been using recently. And so like these little sentiments here that says happy birthday, you can make a little happy birthday strip or happy Mother's Day strip or even a thank you. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed seeing me create this card, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.